What is that ungodly smell? It smells like milk that have aged poorly. Not you though. You smell like wine that has aged absolutely magnificently. Good evening, laddies, lasses, and lassos. You smell absolutely astounding like finely aged wine, but there are things in the world that indeed does not smell like finely aged wine and kind of like lumps up like gross milk, and it just doesn't age well. It can be anything from old media to books to weird takes on Twitter that just didn't age very well. And that is why today we are going to look through r/aged like milk for those sweet, sweet, milky, juicy lumps. Enjoy. Mwah. It's like when you go to the grocery store and you can buy, orange juice with pulps or without pulps. This is like that. You can buy your milk without pulps or with pulps. Man, I love my milk with pulps. r/aged like milk. My high school in 2014 had an anti-bullying campaign with the tagline, "Silence is consent." Oh my god, that looks so bad. Okay, I can understand the thought behind the message, right? It's like if you're a bystander, you're letting the bullying happen, right? Step in and stop bullying. But man, that did not age well. No joke. My freshman year of high school, the school did a huge anti-bullying campaign, prepping the slogan, "Silence is consent," with the idea being if you see bullying and don't say anything, you're allowing it to happen. Yeah, exactly. I can understand the message. But man, it doesn't look good out of context. It was huge. Rubber wristbands, t-shirt posters, the whole bit. Oh no, imagine you've just opened your closet and the first thing you see is a t-shirt with a big print, "Silence is consent." Jesus fucking Christ. Look at this quirky little armband, it's so cute. Why does it say "Silence is consent"? No, it's anti-bullying. I swear. I remember this a few days ago and was like, wow, they actually told a bunch of high schoolers silence is consent. That would not fly today. This post is very much the same vibe as the r/accidentally racist subreddit. Things where there is a decent thought behind it, but there is very much a double message that just turns the whole thing very like, ooh, probably should have thought that one through a bit better, huh? Skateboarding is a crime, not an Olympic sport. You see, it's a quirky design when two of the rings are handcuffs. But that did not age very well, is it? Because now it's an Olympic sport. Take that, Karen. Oh my god, if I ever went to the Olympics to skateboard, right? Which I would never do because I suck at skateboarding and I'm too old. But anyway, if I did that, I would so get a shirt like this. Oh my god, what an absolute power move to wear this at the Olympics. Absolutely amazing. Google. Google. Even though you enslaved half the world, you're still a damn fine search engine. Well, that certainly sums up my feeling towards Google. I think of this scene every time I tearfully admit DuckDuckGo just can't understand me in this particular search as well as Google can. Where can I find X game item in X game? Here's 20 videos of YouTubers milking the answer for 13 minutes. No, scroll slower. Here's articles from the absolute worst sites, which don't have a reject all for ads, require subscriptions, or have ads pop up in the middle of the article. And if you want to sign up to a newsletter and enable push notifications, off! Ooh, or when the first literal 10 results on page 1 are just like ads, it's obvious ads, like, where can I find a car rental in my region? It's just 10 ads for like random car bullshit no one asked about. Thanks, Google. That didn't age well, now did it? And the rotate, I don't care if you're Muslim, Christian, Buddhist or Hindu, you should only enter the country illegally. This is the first time in my life I'm getting serious racist insults for being brown from white people in the UK. Not a good look. This could also go on r/leopards ate my face. Oh no. I never thought leopards would eat my face, says woman who voted for leopards eating my face party. Who would have thunk it? Okay, like, racism obviously isn't okay, right? But this is, like, so ironic considering, like, the characters online that keep just whipping up this sort of stuff. It's the same kind of trend where I saw recently that, like, transvestigators are now, like, conspiring if Andrew Tate is actually trans because there's this one picture of him in swim trunks where his, like, package doesn't look very big due to the angle or whatever. And it's like so ironic. It's like, yeah, Obviously, this isn't good. Like, just harassing people online and having conspiracies about who and who isn't trans and all this kind of... It's absolutely insane, but yeah, it's definitely a leopard's eating my face moment. God damn, man. Trans Harry. All right, Rowling, we get it. 5 years ago. Oh my. J.K. Rowling reveals that you, the reader, have been trans all along. Damn, a lot of things sure happened in 5 years, huh? You're a woman, Harry. Oh my god, 5-year-old Reddit comments really hit differently, don't they? It turns out all she needed to do was expose Voldemort's homophobic tweets, and the whole wizarding world would have cancelled him. This isn't even that long ago. Like 5 years ago, that's a solid 2019. This is a solid 2019 post. I suppose it's BC though. Before COVID. Can't wait for that gender-swapped reboot. Sherry, Rhonda, and Himmonine. Okay, well. 5-year-old comments, man, they really do hit differently, don't they? My editor actually made me cut a scene in which Voldemort misgendered a pixie. Too graphic. It all makes sense if you realize she's Voldemort, not Harry. Oh, these are the recent tweets from 2024. Genitals don't equal gender, as we all know. Anyway, Voldemort knew the pixie was trans because the pixie was wearing a pronoun badge so large it was impeding its ability to fly. Therefore, it was deliberate misgendering, which of course is tantamount to genocide. Are you trying to be funny or something? This is just like weird cringe. This is like when you have that aunt that has like one wine too many at like some family dinner and they start going off on like really weird tangents that don't really make sense, but they think they're the funniest thing ever, and everyone is just kind of waiting for the whole thing to be over. Why? Even Elon Musk told you to tone it down. When Elon Musk tells you to tone it down on Twitter, you know it's bad. Mr. Beast wants to become president. Oh, considering like all the recent stuff that is currently like literally on fire. Oh, I would vote for him. If we lower the age to run for president, I will jump in the race. Okay, like the tweet is still kind of funny, right? Like that's something I think is kind of funny about America. To run for president, you have to be like 70 plus. Okay, that's a bit weird, but yeah. No, this did not age well, considering like all the recent controversies. Oh, nah, man. I bought $700,000 worth of Intel stock today. No, YOLO? Yeah, this really is a YOLO. You only invest once. Holy shite. TLDR. Grandma died 2 months ago. Left me $800K inheritance. Why would you do this? Why would you put it in high risk? Okay. For anyone that's like interested in dabbling in investment stuff, okay? Unless you really know what you're doing, or like you're an expert in the industry or something, which I would argue it's still quite risky or whatever. Have the largest portion of your portfolio be quite steady. Like have like, 70 or 80% of your portfolio in like a nice little index fund or something like that. Just grows slowly but steadily over time. It's a bit better than just having your money in a savings account. And then you have like those remaining like 20% or whatever. You can do like toss around a bit and see like, oh my god, I wonder if this stock is gonna skyrocket or whatever. I can put a couple of grand in that. That's fine. But this is so dumb. I am only a junior in college as a math major and I don't really have any use for the money. Okay, it's almost $1 million, right? Let's just round it up to $1 million. If you can invest this relatively smart, right? And say that maybe if you invested in good index and we have like good years and stuff, let's say you can make it grow between like 5 to 10% a year. Sometimes it's gonna dip, but like on average over a long period of time, maybe something like that. Let's count low and say 5%. That means you can cash out $50K a year just on having this money in like some basic ass investment portfolio. $50K a year. That's like a full-time salary for a lot of people. Oh my god, I don't need the money. You can have a free salary indefinitely with this money in this basic investment. What the God, this genuinely upsets me. Anyway, I don't have any use for the money, nor do I have any debt. I'm very fortunate that my parents are paying for my education. I always heard about people losing their inheritance by spending it on garbage instead of investing. So I told my parents I'm not going to spend a cent of this money, and I'm going to invest all of it, and they would be proud of me. I put 100% into a high-yield savings account. Oh, 100, maybe 100,000. Okay, so they put a little bit in like a high-yield savings account, okay, and bought $700K worth of Intel stock in the open market. Okay. That should definitely have been reversed. You should have put like the majority of the sum in something safe and long term, and then you can have like, a few grand that you like mess around with while learning how to invest. That's fine. But dear God, I plan on holding this for a decade depending on how it performs, and then just good stuff. #investing. Yes, indeed. I'm a bit of an investitor, if I may say so myself. Literally loses like half of the money in one day. He looks so proud to be with her. The look on his face is perfect. Look how wholesome. 2014. Whoops. This is just people reading what they want in a person's expression, letting their fantasy take over. I mean, it is a red carpet. People are gonna do like camera smiles all over the place. I started a business page on Facebook recently, so the awful feed thing is throwing shite at me without anything in the algorithm to work from. It's all football, soccer, and Taylor Swift. 6 times a day I have to see people comment on Taylor Swift and her boyfriend. How he put his arm around her after a concert gets a lot of coverage. Oh yeah, and then you have all the people like investigating the body language. Look at this still random image of 2 people from some angle. If he's leaning too much towards her, he is a beta. But then his fingers are pointing towards someone else, which means that she's a cheater. So online people read in way too much into things that don't matter. God. 8 months ago, Musk tells boycotting advertisers to go frick themselves. And 8 hours ago, X-Files, that sounds, isn't that like an old series? X-Files antitrust lawsuit against advertisers over illegal boycott. Yeah, this is not age well. My god, the amount of Twitter drama that has happened in the last year or two is absolutely astounding. You didn't think the bar could be any lower, but then they just went out and dug it into the backyard. Isn't that just cute? Moist Critical quits the internet. Oh, I remember this. This was like drama for a solid day. I think the only thing he did was like, I'm gonna stop doing this one podcast because my schedule is a bit cramped. And everyone was like, oh my god, he's leaving YouTube. He just rage quit internet after backlash to insane take on kids. The same day Charlie uploaded Moist Critical situation is crazy. Wait a second. Wait. I have something for this. Let me find it. Hold on. I had a dream where Moist Critical got exposed for something terrible. So he made a video about his own drama with a cartoony disguise and no one knew it was him. Moist Critical situation is insane. Okay, this tweet aged like wine though. It aged like fine, beautiful, crispy wine. Absolutely gorgeous. This is like recent as well. That was so funny about it. This was earlier this year. Low rises 2060 AD. No. High tech 2060 AD. Will today's high rises be the low rises of tomorrow? That remains to be seen, but Samsung audio products will surely be high on everyone's list. I guess this like random VHS player or whatever is gonna be like high tech in 2060. That's great. But low rises. Oh, that is so unfortunate. My great-grandma and granddaddy went to New York after they retired from dairy farming in the late 80s. They kept this old pamphlet from their visit to the World Trade Center, which I feel has aged like milk in a couple of ways. The closest some of us will ever get to heaven. The World Trade Center, New York. Oh no. I also think the slogan is kind of stupid even then, because even if you have tourists that are coming to New York to like visit the place, you know, they probably came there by airplane, which means they have already been closer to heaven than the towers will ever be, you know? So the slogan is kind of silly to begin with, but then it also aged like milk. A Paris mayor swims insane as river is cleaned up just in time for Olympics. Yeah, didn't someone get like really sick and had to go home with their whole team after they swam in the river for the competitions? This didn't age well in the least. Red says, July 21st, 2006. I won't be able to watch it, and I'll keep expecting him to have naughties with Batman. Yuck. Wait, what? Heath Ledger has the charisma of a lettuce leaf. This is about the Joker in 2006. Oh my god. Look at this compilation of retro forums. Heath Ledger, a Joker? I don't think so. This is terrible. And now begins the second downfall of the Batman series. The film after this will probably introduce Robin, then Batgirl. When the only positive things people have to say about Ledger is as a good gay cowboy, then I think that should explain it all. I hope this is all a joke. My god, this is just a whole mural of like poorly aged, like really retro forum posts. That is so nostalgic in a sweet way. Sheldon Johnson, ex-con who appeared on Joe Rogan's advocating for rehabilitative justice, has been arrested after police found a torso in his apartment. Yeah, they'll do it. They'll do it. America, Depth 3 by 2013. Oh god. Yeah, oh man, the pain. Are there any tattoo artists who can cover this up for me? Oh. at Twitch help cover this up? You're good at that, right? Oh, the burns. The absolute burns. Okay, as a little bit of a relevant side tangent, right? I don't think I would ever, in my entire life, get a tattoo of any other human being. That feels like a very stupid thing to do, especially when it's like, you know, a public figure that you have no idea what they're actually like. Or even if it's someone in private. You know, imagine if you get a tattoo of like a partner or something, and then you break up. What you gonna do then? You don't know what the future holds. Like, permanently inking it on your skin feels like a very, very silly thing to do, no? Why would you do this? Hilary Duff. Hilary Duff is in Lizzie McGuire, and she's one of the girls that we're all waiting for to turn 18, along with the Olsen twins. Man, old TV used to be so fucking wild, man. It's absolutely insane. Oh my god, like the lack of awareness of how creepy this kind of stuff was is absolutely astounding. Oh my god. If the IRS knocks at my door, I'm answering with this badge on. This site does not look good on paper. They actually printed it? It doesn't look good on paper. It doesn't look good online either. This is really like frick around and find out, isn't it? Oh my god. But I just want to be able to frick around and not find out. Is that too much to ask? That feels like a genie wish I could make. Genie, I wish that I could always frick around, but never find out. Tesla, Steam is here, bringing thousands of games to new model S and X vehicles. You can play Cyberpunk, Elden Ring, and thousands of other games in your car with an epic sound system. I think they retracted support, right? So Steam is no longer supported in this, I do believe. Are the controls of the game connected to the controls of the car? It would be way funnier that way. Car rolls end over end into a ditch. Ah, must be playing Dark Souls. I do like the hint, though, in this comment that the car literally has like a roll button, a dodge roll. Ah, there's oncoming traffic. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Who would like sit and play video games when they're driving, though? Like that doesn't sound like a thing you would want to endorse, right? Like in the back seat, I can kind of see it with that, you know, kids or whatever, but in the front seat by the driver, the questionable decisions. In 1975, Congress passed a Metric Conversion Act, which declared metric as the preferred system of the United States. Oh, look at this sign. Speed limit 32 kilometers per hour. That's a bit odd, but I'm assuming it's the rough translation, right? Funny that this act is why Canada uses metric. They switched to line up with the US, and then the US just went, lol, JK? Oh man, history, please. We could have avoided all those, like, insufferable people on Twitter. They're always like, you think Imperial is confusing? Well, you didn't go to the moon or whatever. We could have avoided all of those people. But no, you had to lol JK this. God. Masky Husky, I hope that even my worst critics remain on Twitter, because that is what free speech means. This was posted 2 years ago. That did not age well. Oh my god, no. No. Oh god.
Forget about Latino. Why I'm all for Latinx, and you should be too. Stop using Latinx if you really want to be inclusive.
So this is from 2017 to 2022. Damn. Being very consistent today, aren't we? The bots are in for a surprise tomorrow. Dude, if you actually fix this, I will weep and marvel at your genius. Robot skull and champagne emoji. Yeah, fam, everything just got worse. Everything just got worse. Like, every time I follow, like, a funny account or something on Twitter nowadays, the replies are no longer even about the post itself. It's just other accounts spamming unrelated memes, because now it's, like, monetized or something, and if you have a check mark, your reply is gonna be prioritized in the algorithms. Everything is just trash. And whenever you find, like, a bad take on the homepage, like, oh my god, insert really bad take about some creepy here, and then you have, like, thousands of replies from, like, wannabe checkmark accounts with, like, 24 followers. They're always like, yeah, I mean, this take, blah, blah, but here's an even worse one. And it's just unhinged people, like, egging each other on with their little check marks. It's absolutely astounding. It's so bad. P-word should be publicly hanged. You can't change my mind. And here's a repost of, like, a couple of bullets that say, cure for P-word. You will never guess what this guy was just arrested for. Guess I know his motto, save the children. For me, oh, that is so bad and so perfect. Oh my god. Steve Jobs isn't doing a keynote this year, citing massive weight loss due to some hormone problem. Too bad, I bet Apple was excited about unveiling the thinnest and lightest CEO in the industry. Oh, this comic must be from like 2009 or something. Oh, man. These two World War II propaganda posters. This man is your friend, Russian. He fights for freedom. This man is your friend, Chinese. He fights for freedom. Yeah, this is very interesting because just a few years after that, you had the whole like commie panic and that kind of stuff. So it's very funny how rapidly this did indeed age like milk. At Drake. If amazing was a young birch, I would be going to jail. 'Cause I am fricking amazing. Me. Oh, if being a good person was a dog, I would be in jail for bestiality because I am a frickin' good person. How did someone unironically write a lyric like this? This is nuts. And it also didn't age well. If I could turn back time. Once upon a time, the junior partner in May-December matchup were all tall, blonde, and named Jennifer. Nowadays, they're just as likely to be named Jean-Pierre, as celebs of both genders rush to say hello, younger lover. Rolling Stones bass player is Bill, 53, and sometime model Mandy, 19. Wed in June after a romance began when she was 13. I don't think my mind was totally advanced, she says, but my body was. Oh my god. Yeah, society has definitely changed in terms of what we find acceptable. It's absolutely wild, and this isn't even that long ago, you know? This is not even that long ago. It's not like this is like, 100 years ago or anything. Oh my lordy load. Oh, it gets better. 4 years later, his 30-year-old son married Mandy's mother. So this means Wyman's mother-in-law was also his daughter-in-law. Wyman's son married his step-grandmother. And more importantly, Wyman's son was his own grandfather. By God! Would they do that during family gatherings and stuff? Oh, hello, Dad. Oh, hello, Grandpa. But it's like your own son that calls you Dad and you call them Grandpa back. That's... Oh my god. These are all adult naughties except one. That one is Twitter. XXXXXX update. All of these are adult naughties. Yeah, that is really Twitter, isn't it? Bob's in bio. Oh my god. I can't tell you how many of those accounts I've had to block when I'm just making a casual tweet. It's like, haha, look at this meme, fellow Twitter followers. And then you have like people coming in, or bots, I'm assuming, like, Bob's in bio. Very good. Thank you, Twitter. What a wholesome platform. 2021 or 2023, look, they all died from getting the jabby wabbies, which I guess they actually didn't, but here we are, baby. What a good meme.
Scooby-Doo is the most useless member of the Scooby-Doo team. Why is the show named after him? The show should be called Velma.
Oh, this commentates so badly. Oh my god, I tried watching the Velma series when it came out. I got, I think, 1.5 episodes in, and then I wanted to carve my eyes out with a rusty spoon. It was so bad. It was so insufferable. It wasn't even bad to the extent where you can just, like, enjoy a bad movie because it's kind of funny just because it's bad, right? Sometimes trash is funny in the same way that trash food can be tasty even though you know it's garbage, you know? In the same way, entertainment can also be funny even though it's technically garbage. But this was like bad garbage. It's just bad garbage. It's like an expired McDonald's burger. It's fast food and it's bad. Everything is bad. I am a stalker, Snapperwelf. Oh my, that's... oh no. Oh my god.
Casual reminder, P-word is never a gray area.
It's wrong. This is a screenshot from my own video. If someone you know won't take action, then they are complicit to the problem. Oh my god. This is some throwback, isn't it? Oh my god. Out of all places, aged like milk. I suppose it's a very fitting place for this godforsaken tweet.
Maps aren't even part of the community. Wanting to be involved romantically with children is not okay.
Okay, if anyone didn't know, all of this was like vague posting to try to spread rumors about like ex-colleagues and stuff. This was this was really bad. Man, I didn't expect to see this in an Age Like Milk video. Oh, sweet nostalgia, baby. My channel was deleted for 3 weeks. Oh my god, it's me again. Oh, look at that, baby. It keeps coming. The click. Hell yeah.
We all love you, man, and we're glad you're back.
Oh my god, this is so surreal. I'm looking at this on Reddit and be like, damn, this doesn't... Oh my god, there's some alternate timeline or something. Yeah, that's my ab workout for the day. Oh, that's great. Horses are forever. You're just a passing fad combustion carriage. He is right. Damn. I am doomed. Horses are the true way to travel. I love historical things like this that just so obviously didn't age well. It is so funny to me when you have parts of history where there's an obvious shift in like the meta. You know, cars, for example, or internet or smartphones or whatever example you want to make. You can always find such juicy, beautiful pics of AgedLikeMilk stuff where whichever the losing side was of this like transition war into whatever technology was taking over, and it just looks so funny. It is amazing.
If you obey all the rules, you miss out on the fun sparkles.
This is Kira Riddler. The 36-year-old mom left a pedestrian paralyzed and 2 others injured when crashing during a car meet in Flintshire. Okay, when you say like, you know, oh my god, don't obey all the rules because then you'll never have fun, I imagine this is stuff like, you know, party hard, or, you know, do fun things, or, you know, take a chance, or something like that. Not like, ha ha ha, I'm gonna drive drunk and paralyze people. You know, no. She was around twice the speed limit when she collided with another vehicle. Her car hit Christopher, whose injuries were so severe he lost the use of both his arms and legs. And that's also like the worst thing about this kind of thing, you know. The other driver was completely innocent, and she was like driving twice the speed, I'm assuming under some sort of influence as well, and she didn't even get like the severe injury. That is so unfair, like karma-wise. If you're the one acting stupid, at least like the magical karma in the world could at least like make sure you're the one who gets in trouble. That's the worst thing about like driving irresponsibly or driving drunk. So often, it's not even the person being stupid who has to reap the consequences. It's so sad to see, man. Bitcoin down to 270 a pop. So glad I didn't buy in on that mess. 2011. Is this guy still alive? 4 days ago? Alive, but dead inside. Oh man, I mean, to be fair, hindsight is always 20/20, right? And there is always tons and tons of options. People say the same things about, for example, Apple, like, oh my god, why did I not invest in Apple back in the 90s or whatever? But the thing is that, you know, there are thousands and thousands of startup tech companies or whatever, and no one could have known that Apple would have been the one to really skyrocket, you know, at the time. So it's always very easy to look in hindsight 2020, but at the time, it's not like they really stood out or anything like that. So that's an important thing to remember, I suppose. Maybe it makes you sleep easier at night. Why is it so hard to see black and blue? 1 in 6 women are victims of abuse. Hashtag stop abuse against women. And here's a picture of a bruised up woman in the... Oh, it's the meme dress from like all the years ago, 2015, yeah. Like the one that was either blue or white and gold or something like that, and people saw it differently. Okay, so they used this meme to like promote awareness around this message. Okay. Groom who made the dress go viral in 2015 admits he tried to strangle his wife. Oh my god, man. Hashtag the dress debate went viral on social media 9 years ago, dividing people based on what color they believe the garment actually was. Oh god, this is some disturbing lore, man. Oh yeah, the dress really hits differently now, doesn't it? Oh no, this is why we can't have nice things. If you want to live forever, plant a tree in loving memory of Victor Ramos. Oh, look at that beautiful tree. F***, man. r/pics. My flash drive now and my flash drive 10 years ago. 64 gigabytes and 64 megabytes. That is so funny. And 10 years from now, 64 terabytes. 10 years ago. Ooh. Oof, that didn't quite happen, did it? I think, honestly, a part of the reason why some stuff feels like it's starting to slow down, or maybe it's just being made a bit smaller, like laptops and stuff like that, because I used to have a few terabytes in my computer like 10 years ago. The difference is that now it's all like solid state and that sort of stuff, and back then it was like big chunky hard drives. But I suppose a big reason is that we don't really need it. You know, what would you even fill up 64 terabytes with? And I think that goes for a lot of things. I believe like the same thing is applicable to, for example, TV screens. Like, are you really gonna be able to tell the difference when screens get better than like, you know, the 8K screens you can buy now? Like, probably not for a while. I think there's going to be the next step is probably going to be a new piece of technology instead. Or for example, with computers, I find it hard to believe that like the newest graphic cards are going to be out of date in like, you know, just a few years. Unless something drastically changes in, for example, video game industry, where we have like new engines or something that are way more demanding or whatever it might be, you know. But I feel like as of now, it doesn't change as fast, partially because you don't need it. You would never be able to fill up, a 64 terabyte piece of flash memory, so, no one is really pushing for it either. Now people are more interested in speed because the memory is very much sufficient for what we use it for at the moment. So that's just kind of interesting, isn't it? This Halloween costume from the 1910s I just found. It's just so unfortunate. Oh my god! I don't even know what this would be. Like, obviously it's before the Second World War and that kind of stuff, right? So maybe this is like peace symbols, but used as like a yin-yang thing? Or maybe it's based on some like old-fashioned character from a book or something? I have no idea. But man, does it hit differently now. Oh my lord. Episode A New Hope. This is a period of civil war. Rebel spaceships striking from a hidden base have won the first victory against the evil galactic empire. That's a really cool escalator. 10 years ago. I think that in about 10 years, the majority won't get this reference. Sad. Star Wars has been popular for 50 years? Like, it's been around for a while, fam. I don't think it would just, completely go out of time in, 10 years, unless, the whole of society blows up or something. Come on, man. That is very silly. Death. The Adventures of Dead Man Play Dead Magazine Last Aid Kit Suicide Letters to Santa National Lampoon. If you don't buy this magazine, we'll kill this dog. What on earth is this magazine? I mean, that title in itself is a weird mouthful. This is unhinged. Mr. Cheeseface, the dog featured on this National Lampoon, if you don't buy this magazine, we'll kill this dog cover, was later shot and killed. Oh my god, what? What? Boeing. If it's not Boeing, I am not going. Beautiful. Put this on r/AgedLikeMilk. Sad milk, that is. Oh my god, I hate that I know this reference. That is absolutely amazing. Thank you, H-Bomb, for the beautiful milk post for my video. Why are there so many throwbacks on this subreddit? That is godforsaken BS. Jesus Christ. Oh, also as an important little side mention, Oz is actually raising funds to defend himself legally due to this whole situation, which is absolutely unreal. That is still going on because it's been over a year, but I'll leave a link in the top of the description if you have a couple of spare dollars. I would highly recommend going and supporting him. He's a very good bean. Alright, let's get back to the memes, shall we?
Number 3, Alicia Silverstone. My boyfriend calls me princess, but I think of myself more along the lines of R-word. What? Oh my god, girls, when your boyfriend makes up cute nicknames for you, like Sugar Muffin or Honey Bun or R-slur, I love it when they give you cute, quirky nicknames that just makes you feel all bubbly.
Hillary Clinton meeting Donald Trump's family, 1990. Hillary Clinton, Eric, and me, the first lady, is a wonderful woman who's handled pressure incredibly well. Oh my god, that's so funny. That is so funny. Look how happy they all are. Oh my god, so, wholesome?
Live the Lizzo way. 100% that book you need. Is it though? Is it the book I need? Is it though? He's not my daddy. He's my husband.
She's almost 16. Almost 16, so 15. She's 15, and he is almost 40. It's the funniest affair that ever jumped the generational gap. Lola. Oh, that is great. When was this movie made? When was the movie Lola made? 1961, okay? It's quite old, but man, that is wild.
Oh my god, isn't that quirky? He's like literally 3 times as old, but man,
what a funny little age gap relationship. Look at that. Wow. r/YouTube drama. Oh yeah, we're getting down this rabbit hole again, aren't we? You ever just search up some of your favorite YouTubers in the sub just to see if they're safe? r/YouTuber drama, Shaga Conroy. Scrolling through Reddit and seeing dozens of comments calling the popular YouTuber who harassed you for several months last year a wholesome bean with only green flags. Frick it, just to get it off my chest. Last year, Chaga Conroy kept trying to get me to initiate foot stuff with him, while he also has a GF. This included sending shoes to my house under the guise of a gift to only constantly ask for feet pics afterwards. Okay, this feels like the whole kind of thing where you're It's like a jinx, isn't it? I think I saw a couple of these jokes circulating the internet for a while after this stuff and be like, oh yeah, you're just jinxing it. Don't ever do this. Don't ever do this. I think I even ended up in one of those threads myself, which was kind of funny to see. Oh my god. Yeah, no, that's just bad, isn't it? Man, YouTuber drama, fam. It seems to just, there's something new that explodes like every 3 days nowadays. It's absolutely nuts. Why is it so intense? Repost but relevant. O.J. Simpson was denied as the Terminator because no one would be convinced if he was a murderer. Do you mean like he would be considered too innocent? Is that what you mean? Like, oh my god, look at he's such a little wholesome bean. No one could take him seriously as the Terminator because he's just a wholesome bean who we never heard a fly. Oh wow, well, how great that aged. Modern Goldfish Pride Pack Wizard Active. Ooh, that is that's a sticker, all right. that sure is a sticker. Rest in peace, Brian. Okay, you know what I said about getting tattoos of like people and stuff like that, and it's kind of like a not very safe bet because man, stuff do change sometimes. This is one of those. God. Well, laddies, lasses, and lassos, I do hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed having you here, you wonderful, beautiful bean, and I hope to see you again in the very near future for more juicy, lumpy milk. I just love it when my milk has lumps in it and I can chew it. My god, it just feels more nutritious, doesn't it? Have an amazing rest of your day, and bye-bye, mwah.